What if I told you that petrol prices are about to become the least of your worries? Not because fuel is getting cheaper, but because an entire wave of electric cars is arriving in 2026 that makes the petrol pump irrelevant. What if the car sitting at number 10 on this list has already sent shockwaves through boardrooms of the biggest manufacturers on Earth? And what if the third car we cover comes at a price where you'd expect a cramped hatchback, yet delivers the experience of a premium SUV? Stay with me, because by the end of this you'll understand exactly why 2026 is a year everything changes on Indian roads. Before we dive in, if straight talk about cars without the sales pitch is your thing, tap subscribe now, because this list only gets more explosive from here. Let's start with the first car on our countdown. Picture a vehicle so aggressively sporty that the moment you park it in your neighborhood, people start showing up uninvited just to ask how much you paid for it. That's the MG-S5 EV, a complete reimagining of MG's earlier ZS EV wrapped in an entirely new identity. The front end is so sharp and forward-leaning that anyone glancing at it through their rear-view mirror instinctively pulls aside. But looks alone don't win this race. The real story is buried in the battery and the power delivery. Expect a battery pack around 62 kilowatt hours, capable of stretching out to somewhere between 515 and 525 kilometers on a single charge. That's enough to drive from Delhi to Jaipur, explore the city, and drive straight back without touching a charger. It also comes equipped with vehicle-to-load technology, meaning you could theoretically fire up an induction stove and cook dinner while camping in the middle of nowhere. Inside, a 15.6-inch touchscreen dominates the dashboard, large enough to double as your television if yours ever breaks down, alongside a 10.25-inch digital driver display, ventilated seats, and a panoramic sunroof. Expected pricing sits between 18 and 24 lakh rupees, putting it in direct competition with the Tata Curve EV and the Hyundai Creta EV. But that's just the opening act. What comes next carries the weight of India's own homegrown engineering pride, and its design alone has managed to grab the entire world's attention. Have you ever wondered what Indian roads would look like if a car's design belonged in a futuristic Hollywood film? That's exactly the territory the Mahindra Vision X occupies. Say the word Mahindra, and most people picture rugged, muscular machines built for tough terrain. But with Vision X, Mahindra has placed an enormous bet on an all-electric, AI-ready platform that is genuinely mind-bending. The design looks as though Mahindra's engineers time traveled straight from 2050 and built this car today. Sharp LED daytime running lights, muscular fender lines, and an aerodynamic coupe-style roofline. So smooth, it practically parts the air around it. On power and performance, Mahindra hasn't held anything back. Built on the INGLO platform, it's expected to offer battery options ranging from 60 to 80 kilowatt hours, capable of delivering over 550 kilometers of real-world range on a single charge, with the electric motor powerful enough to hit 100 kilometers per hour in just 6 to 7 seconds. Step inside and the cabin feels like a spaceship cockpit, a triple screen setup, Level 2 autonomous adaptive driver assistance, and AI-powered voice commands that respond attentively, almost suspiciously so. Expected pricing lands between 20 and 28 lakh rupees, putting it in direct competition with the Tata Harrier EV and the BYD Atto 3. But the next car is stepping straight into the most crowded battlefield in the entire segment, and it genuinely might catch you off guard. Are you hunting for a small yet premium electric SUV, one that glides through narrow city lanes like butter without wrecking your budget? Meet the Hyundai Insta EV. For anyone who burns daylight stuck in daily traffic, this car feels like a genuine blessing. It's so compact that if there's a gap between two parked motorcycles, you could probably squeeze your Insta right into it. Beyond the jokes, its boxy silhouette and pixel-style LED headlights give it a look that's simultaneously cute and rugged. Now, you might assume such a small car sacrifices range. You'd be wrong. Hyundai is packing a battery ranging from 42 to 49 kilowatt hours, easily delivering a certified range of 350 to 355 kilometers, paired with roughly 115 brake horsepower, meaning the moment your foot touches the accelerator in city traffic, this thing darts forward like children bolting out the door the second the school bell rings. Inside, expect a dual 10.25-inch screen setup, a 360-degree camera, sunroof, and a full suite of ADAS safety features. And here's the best part. Pricing could start as low as 11 to 12 lakh rupees, putting it on a direct collision course with the Tata Punch EV and the Citroën EC3. Now hold on, because the next entry comes from a Japanese giant that has spent decades building its entire global reputation on reliability and durability. This next car could shake up the entire segment, and it's called the Toyota BZ4X. Toyota is finally preparing to launch its first global all-electric SUV at scale in India. The BZ badge stands for Beyond Zero, going even further than zero emissions. Its design is so aggressive and futuristic that glancing at it in your rear-view mirror might convince you a Transformer robot is approaching. Toyota is fitting it with a massive 71.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack, delivering roughly 450 to 500 kilometers of driving range in the all-wheel drive variant. Twin electric motors combine to generate over 215 brake horsepower, meaning flipping into sport mode will pin you straight back into your seat. On features, Toyota has included steer-by-wire technology paired with a yoke-style steering wheel, giving you the sensation of piloting a fighter jet rather than driving a car. Expected pricing sits between 45 and 55 lakh rupees, positioning it directly against the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the BYD Seal, and the Kia EV6. But if rugged off-roading and muscular American styling are more your taste, the next name is about to put a huge smile on your face. If you think electric SUVs can't handle mountains, Jeep is here to break that assumption with the Avenger EV. Say the word Jeep and images of unstoppable confidence climbing rocky terrain come to mind instantly. The Avenger EV is the company's first small all-electric SUV, and already won Car of the Year the moment it landed in Europe, now arriving to make its mark on Indian roads. Up front sits Jeep's signature 7-slot grille, sealed shut since this is fully electric. Its muscular stance, body cladding, and over 200 millimeters of ground clearance give it a genuinely capable off-road look. It runs on a 54 kilowatt-hour battery pack, producing 156 brake horsepower and 260 newton-meters of instant torque, capable of covering roughly 400 kilometers on a full charge. Inside, expect an all-black rugged cabin, a 10.25-inch infotainment system, all-weather drive modes, and Jeep Select Terrain technology. Expected pricing falls between 22 and 27 lakh rupees, putting it up against the MG ZS EV, the Tata Curve EV, and the Maruti Suzuki Vitara. Now brace yourself, because the next car is the one whose concept alone made the entire world take Indian automotive engineering seriously. We're talking about the Tata Avinya. The word Avinya is Sanskrit for innovation, and Tata Motors has genuinely pushed every boundary of that word with this car. This isn't simply a car. It's a premium mobility space built on Tata's newborn electric Gen 3 platform. Its design refuses to fit neatly into either the SUV or MPV category, landing instead somewhere between the two as a crossover lounge vehicle. The doors open in reverse, suicide style, echoing the kind of engineering you'd expect from Rolls-Royce. Step inside and you won't find a single traditional screen anywhere, because Tata's philosophy is that people are already exhausted by screens. Instead, the entire interface runs on voice commands and sound-driven interaction. The battery technology is advanced enough that a mere 30 minutes of charging delivers over 500 kilometers of range, with total driving range expected between 550 and 600 kilometers. Expected pricing sits between 30 and 40 lakh rupees, and this car alone proves that India is no longer trailing behind any country in the world on luxury and technology. But hold on. If you still believe real Desi SUV thrills only come from a diesel engine, Mahindra's next reveal is about to permanently change your mind. We're talking about the Mahindra Thar EV. When Mahindra first revealed the Thar EV concept, car enthusiasts across the entire country stared in disbelief. Its futuristic, customized INGLO E1 platform gives it a boxy, muscular design so intimidating that one glance tells you it was built to conquer any terrain imaginable. Now, you might be wondering whether an electric that can still deliver genuine 4x4 capability. The answer is absolutely yes. Mahindra is equipping it with either a quad motor or dual motor setup, an independent electric motor at every wheel. The torque output will be so ferocious that it'll scale boulders silently, the way a gecko climbs straight up a wall. Expect a battery pack around 60 to 75 kilowatt hours, delivering roughly 400 to 450 kilometers of range, along with 300 millimeters of ground clearance, meaning its water wading capability lets it cross a half-submerged river without hesitation. Inside, expect a fully washable interior, a digital dashboard, and heavy-duty seating built for abuse. Expected pricing sits between 20 and 25 lakh rupees, positioning it directly against the upcoming Jimny EV and the Tata Sierra EV. But the real fireworks are just getting started, because another Japanese giant that had stayed quiet throughout the entire EV race has just fired an arrow that lands directly on target. This next car could reshape the entire segment, and its name is the Honda Zero Alpha. Under its new Zero series, Honda has unveiled an all-new electric concept, and Alpha is set to be its most aggressive, most premium expression. Honda claims that electric car is built on 3 core principles: thin, light, and wise, meaning it stays lightweight, sleek in design, and remarkably intelligent in software. Its low-slung aerodynamic shape practically slices through the air. It comes loaded with Honda's most advanced self-driving software and an AI assistant that reads the driver's mood and driving style, automatically adjusting the car's settings in response. Its battery technology is efficient enough to charge from 15 to 80% in just 10 to 15 minutes, with driving range exceeding 500 kilometers. Expected pricing hovers around 30 to 35 lakh rupees, and it's fully positioned to dominate the premium electric segment. But the next car on our list is claiming a title nobody expected: India's cheapest electric SUV. We're talking about the VinFast VF3. The renowned Vietnamese automobile company has already poured heavy investment into India and is preparing to launch this cute yet boxy micro SUV into the Indian market. It's small in size, yet its styling carries a full SUV attitude, a raised ride height, chunky bumpers, and a 2-door design that makes it especially stylish for younger buyers. On power and range, it packs roughly an 18.64 kilowatt-hour battery, delivering around 215 kilometers on a single charge, which is more than enough for daily office commutes, grocery runs, or cafe hangouts with friends. Best of all, you can charge it straight from a regular home socket. Inside, expect a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system, a digital instrument cluster, and seating for 4. Estimated pricing could start as low as 8 to 9 lakh rupees, putting on a direct collision course with the MG Comet EV and the Tata Tiago EV. And now, finally, the car I promised at the very beginning of this video, the one capable of redrawing the entire map of the Indian automobile market. Are you waiting for a 7-seater family SUV that looks regal, drives like butter, and costs less than 1 rupee per kilometer to run? Introducing the Tata Safari EV. The moment you hear the name Safari, images of the king of Indian roads come to mind, and Tata Motors is now preparing to launch this flagship 7-seater entirely in electric form. Its design is so commanding and imposing that other cars practically move aside the moment it approaches. The Safari EV will be built on Tata's new Acti.ev platform, fitted with a large battery pack ranging from 60 to 75 kilowatt hours, available with an all-wheel drive option. Its claimed range is between 500 and 550 kilometers, meaning you can load up the entire family, pack the luggage, and set off on a long road trip without a single thought about mileage. The feature list alone is exhausting to count: a 12.3-inch massive touchscreen, a 10.25-inch digital driver display, a 10-speaker premium JBL sound system, ventilated front and second row seats, a panoramic sunroof, and level 2 ADAS safety. Expected pricing sits between 28 and 32 lakh rupees, making it India's first luxury 7-seater electric SUV that actually fits within an achievable budget for ordinary buyers. So there you have it, the 10 most explosive and eagerly awaited electric cars set to dominate Indian roads in 2026. Now tell me honestly in the comments, which one of these are you most impatiently waiting for? Are you holding out for the Tata Safari EV or starting your electric journey with the VinFast VF3? I'll be reading every single comment. If you found this video informative and worth your time, share it with friends and family who are planning to buy a new car. Drop a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that red button below and join the family, because more authentic automotive updates like this one are on the way. See you in the next video.